What's up, you beautiful Redditors? Hope you're having a fantastic Saturday. Welcome to the R-News Evening Show. And let's just jump into it. From r/news, Ronna McDaniel, chairwoman of the R.N.C, tests positive for the coronavirus. Man, it's really spreading almost like a virus. Many people are saying this virus spreads from person to person through close contact. But I like large crowds, shaking hands, and I don't like masks. Find another explanation that doesn't affect the things I like. They are taking control of this whole coronavirus thing and owning the libs. Really had no idea you could own libs by testing positive for a hoax. Thank you. I wonder how they will spin this one, given it's supposed to be a Democratic hoax. They will recover and say it wasn't that bad. See, the Democrats blew it out of proportion. Absolutely. Herman Cain keeps tweeting, "Can't be that bad!" Exclamation mark. I wouldn't be surprised to find out that dozens of White House staff have had COVID-19. The NY Times reported that Trump's staff don't usually wear masks around him because he sees it as a dig at him. Lol. How insecure can that guy be? He said he thinks Americans were wearing masks to hurt him politically. www.wsj.com. Everything has to be about him. He is the world's biggest narcissist. They just need to stop testing, then they won't get it. Sarcastically inject, of course. Ronna caught the Rona. You're watching the R-News Show. From r/politics, the White House knew Trump had likely been exposed to the virus. He traveled and held events anyway. After White House officials learned of Hicks's symptoms, Trump and his entourage flew Thursday to New Jersey, where he attended a fundraiser at his golf club in Bedminster and delivered a speech. Trump was in close contact with dozens of other people, including campaign supporters, at a round-table event. The president did not wear a mask Thursday, including at the events at his golf course and on the plane. Officials said he was tested after he returned to the White House, but he also appeared on Sean Hannity's TV show From the Residence by telephone. Of course, he didn't care about public safety or spreading the virus. He doesn't give a frick about anyone but himself. He was literally spreading the Trump virus. The Trump mumps is what I'm calling it from now on. Trump, you know, Fauci once told me I had COVID-19, so I hit him in the head with a bat. I give COVID-19. I don't get COVID-19. Okay, quote. Don't believe that's a legitimate quote. I don't think he's given anyone anything in his life. He probably doesn't even understand the concept of things leaving his possession or sphere of influence. He's like a rapey black hole. If it comes near him, he claims it forever. I don't think he's given anyone anything in his life. That's just not true. He gave Stormy Daniels 173.3 years worth of his tax payments. i.imager.com. You're watching the R-News Show. From r/news, top White House official tests positive for coronavirus. If Trump tests positive for COVID, then we will have our October surprise. Be careful what you wish for, because if he ended up testing positive and had the luck that he showed few, no symptoms, you know, he and every one of his KK cult followers would be crowing about how it's not bad at all, and totally overblown, and all that crap. And they would never shut up. Man. I've already seen people on Twitter saying if Hicks gets by with minor symptoms, it should put to rest that this is dangerous for anyone except those with pre-existing conditions. Good thing Trump is the healthiest person in America. He'll use it to get out of the next debates the second he tests positive. He could also die if he has it, so that seems more consequential, tbh. He's not exactly a beacon of health as is. I read this as a beacon of health, edit. Well, this has aged interestingly. He isn't a beacon of health, but being a world leader has its perks. He will have a team of doctors dedicated to him and have absolutely anything they could need at their disposal. He has better odds at surviving it than anyone else about as unhealthy as he does. Yeah, there's a 100% chance Boris Johnson wouldn't have pulled through if he wasn't Boris Johnson. Nature's impeachment. You're watching the R-News Show. From r/politics, imagine what it will be like to never have to think about Trump again. He keeps saying, "You'll never see me again," because I think it's clear he plans on fleeing if he can't steal the election. It seems like another, saying it out loud, moment for him. Maybe the last one. Asterisk, since this is getting so much attention, I'd like to remind everyone to vote. The polls mean nothing at the end of the day and don't count as votes. Let's please put an undeniable end to this nightmare. I figure he resigns before the inauguration, spends the holidays at Mar-a-Lago, then sets off for his new home in Sochi. Something like that, lol. Either way, none of these things will happen if we don't vote. Asterisk, thank you to the pro-voting Reddit spirit for the gold. He keeps saying, "You'll never see me argue," and honestly this is the best Biden endorsement I've seen so far. I'm Joe Biden and I approve this message. I don't know how I missed this when it happened. That's your gold. I knew of the quote but didn't know Biden packaged and tweeted it like this. He needs to do a follow-up with Trump's "Don't ever use the word smart with me." Biden's team is on the freaking ball. They almost never miss an opportunity. They even had a "shut up man" shirt after debate, but they pulled it shortly after. You're watching the R.N.E.WS show. From r/politics, Melania Trump caught on tape talking about children separated at border. Give me a fing break. Our last First Lady was an Ivy League educated, successful attorney, and the one before her had a master's degree in library science. It's amazing how quickly we fall in. Our next one will be a doctor of education. And the one after that'll be named Doug. Can't wait to read his cookie recipe. I remember hearing people say how it was so refreshing to finally have a classy First Lady again after Trump won. Also from a lot of older white ladies I once heard, "Oh, and Melania, she's so beautiful," like a dumb frick. I was like, hey, nothing against Melania, but what about Ivy League educated lawyer Michelle Obama wasn't classy? Quote, instead I should have just said, how is an Eastern European escort classier than a lawyer with an Ivy League education? Quote, oh my god, what's with all these old white ladies calling her classy? My 80-something stepmother said it repeatedly at dinner a couple years ago. I finally made a crack about Melania's nude photos, which finally shut up. I know it's really just code for "Isn't it refreshing that the new First Lady isn't black?" Racist old biddies. If a person thinks Melania Trump is classier than Michelle Obama, then they're a racist point blank. Like Barack was a politician and I understand if you didn't like him, but saying Michelle wasn't classy, I don't see many other possibilities other than racism. Frick you, Melania. You're watching the R.N.E.WS show. From r/politics, Obama accuses Trump White House of suppressing black voters in rare direct attack. Obama needs that angry translator from Key and Peele. Don't boo, vote, Obama. Don't vote because Biden is ahead or because Biden is down. Vote because it's your right. Asterisk civic duty. Also vote to crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of their women. Either way, you do you and vote. Obama needs to be front row at the debate tonight and chuckling at Trump's insane blather. Trump will go ballistic and it'll throw him even further off the sanity train. And that's where we're going to end today's show. But if you like what you saw, leave a like, and if you want to see more of the R.N.E.WS show, hit that subscribe button. As always, this has been the R.N.E.WS show and I'll see you tomorrow.